want the matter to go to court. They just want you to say, okay, we'll keep on their main head, calm down. May just did there for 3 months. We'll forgive them. So just imagine things that there are people that have been in there. If you go to FCI, you see people that have been there for 6 months. Maybe you ask them, okay, I just get small issue with my Oga, or my Oga accuse me of thieving money, and I no thief him. He call arrest me, put me for here. The Oga said, we don't forget, say he arrest person, put them for there. And you know, Nigeria police, they can go extra mile, just give them money. And they will, you see them gingerly handling your case, going to the extra that you do not even send them. So that the former, that has been it. It's a country where you use money to protect justice. It's a country where if you don't have money to hire a lawyer to do this thing, you are doomed.
Ladies, listen up. The video showing the pink salt trick that melts belly fat while you sleep has...
All right. We would also get back to the concern that was raised by civil society organizations today that repressing opposition political parties is a problem legally in Nigeria. And I'd like to take your reaction on that. But let me quickly see if I can get that. If I try this once more and it's not that footage, I have to let it rest.
Personal perspective. What I see INEC doing is aiding and guiding the petitioners on how to perfect their illicit acts. The first time the petition was submitted,
there were plans to kill you, and that the plan was not to kill you in Abuja, but to kill you right there in Kogi State. I'm very certain that you know the magnitude of that allegation, and you know what could become of that if it's not ironclad in evidence.
Shim, I'm glad you did affirm that I'm a lawyer. And even if I'm not a lawyer, I'm a sane individual. And I do stand by what I said. It was part of the meeting, the discussions Apabio had with Yahya Bello that night to eliminate me. And
to what extent?
Let's say this. Let's ask the Senate President, why in the first instance did he withdraw my security, if not to make me vulnerable to attacks? Mind you, of all the senators there, well, let's just say, we're about 109 senators, but we all have different stories. I have been a high-profile, vulnerable individual because of the nature of politics I've experienced in the year 2018, very violent and dangerous. And I've always had my security, okay? So stripping me of my security simply because I'm suspended illegally. Actually, he just positioned me before attacks, and I knew immediately what
that meant. Is that the reason why you think they want to eliminate you?
That's not it. Mind you, I said that there was a conversation. So that happened. I was suspended on the 6th day of March, right? And shortly a week after, which was the 14th, a week and a few days after when he met with him, he then emphasized that I should be killed, but I should be killed in Kogi. And that was one of the reasons why I did not go home on time. I delayed going home because I needed to put some measures on ground. I did write a letter to the Inspector General of Police, and I sent a copy to his WhatsApp. I forwarded the copy to his WhatsApp. He's not responded to that yet. But again, I've spoken on the phone to a number of persons in the security as well. I did notify them. And you see, this is Nigeria. We've had a number of political matters that usually are swept under the carpet, no investigation done. What is important to me is to stay alive, because dead men tell no tales. And God forbid, if I had not come out, and if I don't speak about this, and something happens, and they succeed in their plan, who's going to get justice?
How can you make such an allegations of a meeting where you were not present?
I heard it's just like, okay, how again? Like, I tell you, there were actually three conversations that happened that day. I had spoken only about 2. The third one was quite minute, which is that they should prepare to field in someone who will, just in case I want to contest in 2027, some strong person who will clinch the ticket from me during the primaries. That's the third part of it. The first was my recall. The second was to eliminate me. The third was to put in someone who would take the ticket from me in 2027 if I want to contest. So if you are doubting the veracity of the killing, yes, then what about the recall that we just experienced? Are you getting my point?
Are you able to prove this? That's the point. I mean, anyone can make an allegation, but the issue is, are you able to prove it when it comes to it?
Probably one of the biggest questions that we get from our customers was, well, how do you really go about buying gold? One option that people have.
Let us get to that bridge. I'm hearing that the Senate President wants to sue me for that. I will tell him to go ahead. We'll meet and we'll cross that bridge.
Okay, so Barrister Stanley, you can hear the confidence at which she spoke. Like, say she did very short, say, make him sue me, say, I did ready, we'll go meet for court. That means she's really ready to prove her case. Yeah.
And I'm looking for her. I really want the case to go in her favor, because I don't believe I followed up the build up from the case, from how she was suspended. She really was demanding the right full seat should be accorded. Although some people argue that there are decorum in the house and the rest, but I believe that in the house nobody should be stifled and the rest. So So I'm rooting for. I just so much wanted to argue against and do them. It will go a long way in painting a picture that nobody's above the law. You being a Senate president, that, and all of us will be rooting that. Okay, if the Senate president, especially in the sexual harassment case, if the Senate president is found guilty, let him face whatever punishment. I think it's a jail term for sexual harassment. Let him. It will paint a picture to show example. I said, okay, look, nobody's above the law.
Do you see someone of that hierarchy being prosecuted? And they come, make I take this call. Do you see that? Especially, remember, Sinobi should be the first person who accuse him of sexual harassment. Make I take this call. Hello, good evening and welcome.
Yeah, good evening.
Yes, sir.
My name is Victor.
Mr. Victor, you're welcome. Go ahead.
Thank you very much. On the issue of Natasha, I think it's not fair. Though public opinion can always happen, people can always come from comment. The case is in court. Canada has made herself available to the court. What I pray for is for the court to be fair. The court should be fair on the trial. Here in the UK, okay, I'm not comparing. The reason a rare gem like that as a woman should be protected, because back home in Nigeria we don't really value women. To be honest with you, the pain of
someone finally sees it.
Women are so strict. Women are so strict. They stick to the rules. They don't compromise. But back home, you see how they even suspend. Imagine suspending a senator elected by the populace. That's not fair. It's unfair. You can suspend him from attending parliamentary duties, but not to defame his senatorhood, even to
So make I ask you a question, okay? For that UK where you did, if a woman accused you, say you harass her, how should you use proof to the court say you really harass her sexually?
Evidence.
Which kind of evidence you go put to court? Where court will use to prosecute you?
They can go on to forensic tests.
What kind of forensic tests? I like us to be detailed so that we learn.
Thank you very much. Let me give you an instance. Though from US, you remember when Clinton was accused? They even went to the extent of testing the semen found in the clothes. You know what I mean?
Hey, that one not be harassment too. That one could be exploitation. I'm talking about harassment. The acts never did done already at that time.
That's
Harassment.
I'm not a lawyer. I said if the prosecutor has evidence to prove his case, and Natasha has evidence to prove her case, it's up to them. I don't know about. What I'm saying is that they should give them the fair hearing.
Thank you.
Hello, my name is Adam Ferrari, the Chief Executive Officer of Phoenix Energy. I look forward to you joining us at our next investor webinar.
I don't know why they are stalling on this. They are running away from hearing Natasha's case. To be honest, it just goes to tell you that they have stuff to hide. Akpabio has a lot to hide.
What happened during 2023 election made me as a Nigerian. I am a former councillor in Nigeria, so I don't want to be biased, but I'm disappointed that the judiciary, they are still using technicalities.
Exactly.
To deny justice. That they should just be fair, both to Natasha and to the prosecutor. Fair.
All right, thank you.
Extremely, but I want to talk about Abuja.
Okay, good.
Quickly before you cut me off.
All right, go ahead.
Your guest said if you do election today, APC will win.
Yes.
Maybe I don't know where you got that feeling from.
Hey, Chief Power, welcome. How you doing?
For 13 good years.
But you don't live in Abuja right now. How would you know if it's correct or not?
Abuja, I live in Asokoro, one state. I come to Nigeria 5 times every year. I have a business in Abuja. In fact, by next month, third, I will be in Nigeria for 3 weeks.
Why are you telling us when exactly? These people not even sabi protect themselves.
Like it is Bakuda. Yes. Peace for all. You can Google it. My name is Victor Wabufo.
Okay.
I do the High Commissioner here in London. Okay. So, what in an election is not monofactorial. It is not one factor that determines the winner in an election. The government can perform. Don't get me wrong. From the time El-Rufai was the minister of Abuja, El-Rufai performed so much. El-Rufai did very well in Abuja. 1999, 2000. Okay. But because of some mistakes El-Rufai made, okay, as a governor, when it comes to banditry and all that, people now forgot.
Do you see that as a mistake or an ideology?
Do you know why I want to use that word mistake?
Why?
But it is not proven. It is alleged. Do you understand? I follow the law. I don't want to accuse him. But the allegation is so strong that people believed. whether you charge him or not, people believe that he is wrong. He is guilty as whatever, whether I charge or not. But what I'm saying is that in Abuja, many things will come to play when it comes to election. Yes, Wike is performing, no doubt, it's performing. But Abuja residents have not forgotten how their mandate was stolen in 2023 election. Abuja residents are dominated by the Waris, the Igbos that even live in Maraba in Nasarawa, that comes Abuja to vote. Tribal sentiments will come in, religion will come in, performance will come, a lot of things will come in. So for anybody to say that because of Wike, APC will win on a free and fair, he said on a free and fair, I bet you. I dare the federal government of Nigeria to do free and fair election. Yeah, APC will lose in Abuja. Not because that Wike is not performing, but because of these sentiments I've told you, ethnic sentiments, religion, anger among Abujans that believe that they were denied their destiny. P2B won in Abuja 90%. I have the result. 90. I'm telling you, I have the result. All these fake this in their publishing, Abuja residents are not happy. If you Abuja and visit political spot, okay, like the Blue Coffee and all that, and hear them talk, they are not happy with what happened in Nigeria as a whole. Right. So do an election free and fair. I'm saying free and fair. APC will lose.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. All right. Barry, you heard what he said. I don't know if you'd like to respond to him. But once you're done responding, we'll go straight to the conversation he said about technicalities. Or throwing away judgment on the heels of technicalities. Because waiting at Judiciary is all about. In fact, one of my guests will be, incidentally, a lawyer, in the US now. He was one of the guests that I spoke with about the Benue incident. He said that he knew he was a lawyer, practicing in Nigeria at the time, but he also was cheated on by Nigerian Judiciary.
POV, you made your month's salary in 24 hours.
I want to talk to you about something that is making waves on social media.
He contested for primaries elections, won the elections, primaries, and PDP at that time just handpicked somebody else. And just handpicked. Sorry, sincere apologies. I just turned on my generator and my AC is on, so I had to turn it off. So that he just handpicked somebody else and gave the position. And when they handpicked the person, he protested it. He went to court. But guess what? Court saw it. Court already knew that the person did not contest primaries. It's just like the case of Akpabio, the way he won his senatorial seat he's sitting now. The court knows he no contest primaries, right? So what the court did with his case is that court threw away his own case.
Yep.
Because of his filing for technicalities about his filing. He said that if that case now for UK or US, say whether
I beg you, nobody rates court for Nigeria again.
Because of clear judgment. But the Nigerian government will rather give the case, award the case to the guilty party, or Nigerian Judiciary will rather award the case to the guilty party.
It's typical.
On the heels of technicalities.
Yes.
And Nigerians only feel like, say, politicians only through you take advantage of those technicalities to use undo each other. But make I let you react to this case first, then we'll take a reaction on that.
Well, I don't even know if you want to react now, the case. For the FCT one, I think I still stand. Yes, I think the FCT one, I still stand by it. I never supported APC. I'm not a fan of Wike. I feel he's too draconian and a power-drunk politician. But you give them their flowers when he's this thing. I've lived in Abuja for a while. The past minister did not do anything. But we know Nigeria, we are easily swayed by emotions. If you see this thing, of course, I live here. You need to see the praises that people, the commoners, saying, okay, the good road, the flyover, this congestion.
I beg. Wait till I want more here for this matter. I don't hear that. Not the Natasha issue. Really, I wanted to hear what his take was, but I don't understand though. To be honest, I do not understand the way the law works in Nigeria. Is so messed up. We know kuku get law. Let's just call it what it is. It's not disturbing.
Nigerians, please help me. Yesterday, I met a civil servant in church in Abuja. He gave testimony. This civil servant works in one of the federal MDAs, agencies, and his salary is 250,000 naira a month. His wife also is a civil servant, the same salary, 250,000 naira, although she works in a different agency. They have 4 children. 2 of their children are in the university. The other 2 are in secondary school. The 2 children in the university attend private universities. One is
It's sad though,
Bayes
child
University,
power.
the
Very
other one
sad.
is Covenant University.
Hi, Mr. Wonderful here. You know, I don't waste time, and I definitely don't waste money.
Please,
I
come
joined Start Engine
on.
as
We're
a
not interested, man.
The combined annual school fees and all for the 2 children in the university is 14 million naira.
Kai.
Meanwhile, the combined salary of this civil servant with his wife is 500,000 naira per month. That's 6 million per annum. Meanwhile, aside for these 2 children in the university, this civil servant has 2 other children in the secondary school. Those ones need to pay school fees. They live in a rented apartment. They need to pay rent. They live in a good area of Abuja, where rent is about 2 million, 2.5 million for a 2-bedroom. They have to fuel their car, they have to pay for transportation, they have to feed, they have to do all that. On a salary of 6 million naira combined for husband and wife in a year. How are they able to do it that they are able to pay 14 million naira for 2 children alone in university? The thing troubled me. So I asked him, how are you able to do it?
If I won't give you a take, make una
and
use the
replied
link,
and
enter
said,
studio.
Now God has been faithful. I couldn't ask any further question, but in my mind, I was still troubled. And I said, let me ask you, maybe you can help me make sense of this. Is it truly God, or is there something else? If it is God, how is it that God is able to do it for him? Explain to me, because I know many other civil servants who will need God to help them like that. While you help me, there are other questions that are still
Welcome,
bothering me.
Mr. Emeka.
Why will a civil servant on a salary combined for husband and wife of 6 million naira per annum per year send their children to a private university for 14 million that is beyond their salary?
Exactly.
Why would they do that?
Make it make sense.
Is it because in the private university they teach them some invention techniques that they will use to invent things to make Nigeria better?
For where?
That are not taught in the public universities?
No, na lie.
Is that why?
No, sir. No, sir.
Or is it that when they go to private universities, then they stand a better chance to succeed in life better than students that go to public universities?
For where?
I was thinking to myself, and one idea came up. Could it be that they are just sending their children to these expensive universities just to show off?
Yes.
Just to give the impression that they are doing well?
Yeah, not
Is it that they are trying to hide their shame? They feel ashamed that if people get to know that their children attend public university, then they will consider them as people who are not giving their children quality education. Is this why? So many questions in my head. And then I thought, what if there was a law that makes it mandatory for every civil servant to send their children to public schools mandatorily? What if we had such a law?
Welcome, John. Oh, John, welcome.
Because if a civil servant is ashamed to allow others to find out that their children go to public school, would it not be better, will it not help if it was now a law such that the civil servant can hide behind the law and say, oh, it is a law, that's why we are sending our children to public schools? That's on the one hand. Would it not also help that the people in charge of Nigeria's education system, if they are forced to send their children to public school, then those people, instead of siphoning and looting and embezzling the funds for education, Those people will now be forced to use those funds to develop our education system, considering that their children also attend such school. So would it not help that we make it a law to mandate every public servant, civil servant, to send their children to public schools?
Exactly,
This
Michael.
is one of
Now
the
flex.
ideologies of the Abundance Party of Nigeria. A civil servant on a salary of 6 million combined, husband and wife, sending their children to a university where they pay 14 million for just 2 of them.
Welcome, Miss
That
Philomena.
civil servant good thief. Forget.
I'm telling you, you know
Forget
that's
all
no
this now. God,
thief.
do. God is faithful. He must put his hand into corruption.
Yes.
So allowing public servants, civil servants to send their children to private schools, whether in Nigeria or abroad. In fact, that abroad one is even worse. Apart from putting pressure on our naira, it also gives them escape route. So they don't even bother to fix our educational system in Nigeria. So that kind of public servant, will he not put his hand in bad things? He go look for a way now. He go find means. And that means cannot be God, or can it?
Ladies, listen up. The video showing the pink salt
Oprah
trick that
rest
melts belly fat while
nah.
you sleep.
This is why you must join us to form the Abundance Party of Nigeria. We must form it. It's a people's party. And there are other beautiful ideologies.
Welcome, Light
Political
TKP.
party reform ideologies.
You're right.
Like 0 nomination form fees, 0 expression of interest fees, direct primaries, no delegate system, no indirect system,
Has it been registered? I wonder.
electronic voting
This is party.
for transparency, and then a bar, a limit, such that 2 years before the next election, nobody is allowed to decamp into the party. That way we
Exactly.
keep the level playing field for all members of the political party. On top of that, production and so many other things that are entrenched in the constitution of this political
Exactly,
party.
Michael.
We need it. So that I, as an Uber driver, can run for office. And the laws in the constitution of this political party will not allow me to use public funds for private gains.
Yes.
We can't continue to live the
Above your
actions of
means.
public officers or elected officials to their prerogative. We have to put laws to guide them.
How did you get the money?
Because power corrupts. And
Yes.
absolute power corrupts absolutely. So you need to put checks and balances. This is where Abundance Party is different. Apart from giving equal opportunities to all Nigerians, it enshrines codes of conduct in its constitution to guide the behavior, the actions of its members. If you're an Uber driver out there, you're a teacher, you're a driver, you're a professor, you are a doctor, whatever you are, and you do not have access to looted funds, and you have ideas, you have integrity to develop this country, to fix this country, Abundance Party is the platform for you. The link is in the description. In particular,
okay, it looks like it's been
Abundance
registered.
Party is here to ensure, to work with all stakeholders, every other Nigerian, even across other political parties, to make sure that the 2027 election is free and fair. And so to that end, we have another solution, vote vision. You may want to also call it election guard, but it requires polling unit marshal, so that the polling unit marshal can enter the polling unit results into the application for real-time polling unit results transmission, collation, and display for Nigerians to see in real time, in parallel to whatever we are able to get INEC to do if we succeed to get the electoral reforms. We need this solution for free and fair elections. Remember, without free and fair election, a new Nigeria cannot come. The right leaders will not come. We'll keep complaining, and we'll keep getting the same results. So two beautiful solutions, Abundance Party, and then of course, Vote Vision with polling unit Marshall. We need you to volunteer so that we can make this a reality. We have the application already. We need you to test it for us. Starting now, we can't wait until election day. If we wait until election day, it is already too late. Besides, there are other things we need to put in place to prevent pre-election rigging through weaponized impunity and weaponized political parties, weaponized poverty. All these are things that are used to rig elections before election day. We have solutions for them too. But let's focus on these two, Abundance Party and Vote Vision. Will you volunteer? Check the link in the description.
Oh, all right. Oh. Woo, man, Nigeria. I don't know. There's so many, apparently there are parties in Nigeria, small parties when they register. Kwe parties.
Ladies, listen up.
Come
The
on
video
now, Oprah. We know say you dey shine now. What is your pink salt? I beg.
Some people have said that Peter Obi should join the coalition. The coalition that is
Thunder Fire Coalition, no.
Amechi and others. And that without the coalition, Peter Obi is wasting his time. In fact,
welcome,
like
Mr. Emeka.
Okonkwo has stated
What
it
be
very
your
ferociously
solutions? What do you suggest?
No
solution
opposition
be?
candidate can defeat Tinubu acting alone. In fact, no opposition party, political party, is viable or strong enough to defeat
Shield power,
Tinubu.
what's your solution then?
So many people have started pushing this narrative of Peter Obi returning to PDP, or the PDP and other political parties forming a coalition. And of course, we are all aware that there's a rumor of ADA that Atiku has come out to deny, the new political party that's supposed to represent the coalition. So the question is this: does Peter Obi need the coalition? Will the coalition be of any benefit to Peter Obi? Before I even answer that, let's tackle this question. Is it possible for any candidate to defeat Tinubu in 2027 without a coalition? The simple answer to that is this: if the elections are free and fair, that is the conditions that they are living out. I'll ask you, what do you think? If the elections are free and fair,
welcome, Mr.
can
Bobby.
Tinubu win? Wave of distrust and dislike that Nigerians have come to feel for Tinubu. You saw what happened in Kaduna. That is Kaduna, where you have an APC governor. You saw what happened in Benue when he went to visit, do that campaign that he called a condolence visit. You saw the people's reaction. The people do not like the policies of Tinubu, and so in a free and fair election, can Tinubu win? For people like Kenneth Okonkwo, maybe they are not thinking from the perspective
Welcome,
of the
Afolayan.
people. I'll say this to them: if elections in 2027 is not free, is not fair, do you think that a coalition of all opposition in Nigeria can stop Tinubu? That is the question. If we answer this question, then we'll see that there is no point asking the question or making a statement that, oh, we need a coalition. If there is free and fair elections, I've said it before, I'll say it again. If you dress a goat as a political candidate and cause that goat to run against Tinubu in a free and fair election, that goat will win. So the emphasis should be on free and fair election. Let's come back to Peter Obi. If free and fair election is guaranteed,
Double tap the screen to like, for those of you on YouTube.
Whether acting alone, Peter Obi is the next president of Nigeria. So the focus should be not on getting coalition like Kenneth Okonkwo is pushing for, like Atiku and Co are pushing for. The focus should be free and fair elections. If we have free and fair elections and the coalition decides to use Peter Obi as the poster boy, as the presidential candidate, of course, it will make things easier for Peter Obi. But a coalition without a Peter Obi, even in a free and fair election, will fail. So the focus, the energy, all of this running around they are doing, the energy should be focused on free and fair election. If we can guarantee that, Peter Obi is the next president of Nigeria. If we can guarantee free and fair election, Nigeria will start on the path to production, away from the current path of consumption. The new Nigeria that you and I know is possible is only through free and fair elections. So, how do we guarantee free and fair elections in 2027? That should be our goal and task right now. Most people's minds are focused on electoral reforms. Most Nigerians. Even the political elite. How forceful would you say an article is about political reforms? Sorry, electoral reforms. How forceful are they? You don't see that energy from them on this electoral reforms thing as you see from them on coalition.
Yeah.
So for me, it's my opinion,
That's
they are not
true.
very
I
strong
that.
on electoral reform.
Yes.
They just want tickets. And
Yes.
that's why they are all jostling for
You're absolutely correct.
this coalition.
Yes, I noticed it.
Without free and fair election, which all Nigerians are hoping to get from an electoral reform, we go nowhere. Now, our minds are on electoral reforms. What are the chances that we will get electoral reforms? It is the opinion of some Nigerians that the chances are very slim. And when you hear the argument, you tend to want to agree with them that a Tinubu and a Akpabio will not likely want to reform themselves out of power. But then again, I say, as much as they may not want to, if the people are forceful enough, if the people mount sufficient pressure, if pastors are talking, if traditional rulers are talking, if entertainment leaders, celebrities are talking, opposition leaders are talking, business people like Dangote and co are talking about electoral reform, and we are urging the National Assembly, they are urging the president to implement electoral reform. If all of us put that pressure, we will get it. The challenge now is that the leaders of this group that I'm talking about, none of them are forcefully behind electoral reform. It is still the people. But even at that, if people summon or garner enough numbers, imagine that you have 94 million Nigerians sending emails, sending WhatsApp messages, doing videos on social media, calling on Tinubu, calling on Akpabio to give us electoral reform, to make it mandatory for INEC to do real-time election results transmission, collation, and display. If this happens, they will have no choice but to give us electoral reform. So I believe we can get electoral reforms. It may not be easy, but we can get it. Now, there's a big but. Even if we get this electoral reform, is it Uhuru? Can we guarantee that INEC will not come up with another type of glitch? My simple answer to that is no. I don't know what yours is. So we need to come up with a plan B, a plan C, a plan D to make sure that even if we get electoral reforms and we get the Electoral Act amended, we must still have the citizens' parallel real-time election results transmission, collation, and display electronically, organized by the people. And we have that application. We must have it. And we must start testing that application now.
You hit the nail on the head, Michael.
To test the application, we need people. And we need polling unit marshals. These are going to be the people from the polling unit that are going to enter the polling unit results in real time into the application, in triplicate. So 3 polling units marshal per polling unit for a total of 600 polling unit marshal. We need volunteers to help us achieve this. With this application alone, the elections of 2027 is guaranteed to be free, fair, and credible, and 100% transparent. On top of that, we have Calm Guard, which is an evidence-gathering application, such that once the election closes on election day in February of 2027, the evidence that we need to defend our victory is available. No need to go to INEC to get the evidence to defeat INEC. The evidence will be ready in a manner that is admissible in court, in a manner that the judiciary will have nowhere to hide but to stand for the truth. Many people don't know that the reason INEC can rig and say go to court is because they know you do not have the evidence to prove your case. But with calm guard, the application and the polling unit marshal, we have the evidence once the election closes. So this will guarantee free, fair, and credible election. Now, leading up to the election, because we must realize this very important fact, rigging of election does not start on election day. Real-time transmission, collation, and display of election results electronically and the gathering of evidence will happen on election day. But those will only prevent rigging on election day, not before. And if you have noticed, you will discover that machinery is already being put in place to rig from now on. And one of the biggest arsenal of the riggers is voter apathy. Things are already set in motion to guarantee voter apathy so that the remaining part of rigging will be easier for them. So, looking ahead, what can we do to prevent rigging starting now? We need to look at the reasons for voter apathy.
If this were the last message I could ever share with someone suffering from vision loss, including you.
I beg, now you
Political
go
party
suffer. Now you go
weaponized.
suffer
We have to
vision loss, so advert woman. Ha!
Weaponize it by
These
starting our
people.
own political party, Abundance Party, link in the description. Law, impunity, and disrespect for the rule of law, weaponized. So we have to tackle that now using law patrol. Poverty, weaponized, so that the people can sell their votes. In fact, delegates will be looking for where to sell votes, voters will be looking for who to buy votes, and all that. We can scream all we want, but if we're going to tackle vote selling and vote buying, if there's no willing seller, there cannot be a willing buyer. So if we're going to make sure that Nigerians don't sell their vote, we have to de-weaponize poverty. Wealth fund is the solution to that. So whether on election day or before election day, leading to election day, we have solutions to stop rigging, to tackle rigging, to make sure that the 2027 election is free, fair, and credible. The most important one of them is the polling unit marshal, which we need you to volunteer for. The details are in the description. Please volunteer. Without free and fair elections in 2027, it won't matter whether Peter Obi is standing on a single political party or in a coalition. It won't matter. A coalition cannot defeat Tinubu in a rigged election. They cannot outrig him, going by what we can see already. So if we want Tinubu defeated and we want to take back Nigeria from the current crop of state captors, we need to effect these solutions that I've outlined in this video, starting very importantly with the polling unit marshal, which we need you to volunteer for. Kindly volunteer. We beg you to do so. And if you are not in Nigeria, you have people in Nigeria, talk to them. Perhaps they are not on social media. Perhaps they are not the ones that have the money to get data to watch these kind of videos. Talk to them. Perhaps they are the ones that are distracted by entertainment and all the other things. Talk to them to volunteer. This is the starting point to guaranteeing free and fair elections in 2027. And that is the only way Peter Obi gets sworn in as the next president of Nigeria. That is the only way we have a Nigeria that works for everybody. That is the only way we can take Nigeria away from the current crazy consumption that it is in to production that will favor everybody, not just a very tiny elite few.
Okay, so just in, EFCC don arrest former Warri Refinery MD, NNPCL, ex-CFO Ajiya Issa, over $7.2 billion fraud. Hey! Osalo, wow. Hey! May I read that again? 7.2 billion fraud. Wow. This is from Parallel Facts. Let me go and read. Let's read it together. Oh! According to EFCC, Issa is, they go release this man now. They go tell us say make he use 1 billion of that amount, take bail himself. Otilo, that's it, is over. Issa is currently being interrogated regarding the disbursement and This is probably a distraction tactic from APC, because you see that friend when Tinubu suddenly find that man, when they find out saying na arms dealer e be, is all over social media. People are talking and talking about it. Now just say make dem quickly use this one to distract. Na lie. We go read this one, we go soldier on. Issa is being interrogated regarding the disbursement and alleged mismanagement of funds meant for the turnaround maintenance of the Kaduna, Warri and Port Harcourt refineries. EFCC investigators disclosed that a total of 2.9, hey wait oh, is this trillion? I've been a million. Ha, this money plenty oh. Is it 2.9? 2.9 million is under investigation. This includes 1.5 million allocated to the Port Harcourt refinery, 740 million for 1.5 billion. Like I'm not going to read again. No, 1.5 billion now, 2.9 billion. Yeah, that's it. And then this one is 740 million, 0.6 million for Kaduna refinery, and 656 million for the Warri refinery. A senior EFCC official, hi Obaro, welcome my darling, how you dey? Long time oh. Who requested anonymity, said our operatives have arrested a former chief financial officer of the NNPCL, Umar Ajia Issa, in connection with an alleged 7.2 billion fraud related to the rehabilitation of Kaduna, Warri and Port Harcourt refineries. The source added, as CFO Ajia oversaw the release of funds for the turnaround maintenance of the 3 refineries, all key officials involved in maintenance and other major NNPCL projects are also under investigation for alleged abuse of office, corruption, diversion of funds, of public funds, kickbacks from contractors. Other officials involved are, wait a minute. Other officials involved are Tunde Bakare. Is it the same Tunde Bakare on another one? Therefore, put pastor for front of this one. Okay. They say other officials involved are Tunde Bakare, MD of Warri Refinery, Ahmed Adamu Diko, and Ibrahim Monde Onoja, both former MDs of the Port Harcourt Refinery. Another EFCC source confirmed the arrest of Jimoh Olasukomi, former managing director of the Warri Refinery, as part of the ongoing probe. Yes, it is true. We have arrested Issa. We also have in our custody the former MD of the Warri Refinery, Jimoh Olasukomi. The source stated efforts to obtain a comment from EFCC spokesperson Dele Oyewale were unsuccessful as of press time. In April, the EFCC had earlier arrested other managing directors and top executives from the Port Harcourt Refining Company, Warri Refining and Petrochemical Company, and the Kaduna Refining and Petrochemical Company. The arrests were linked to the alleged mismanagement of funds earmarked for facility rehabilitation. According to findings by the Punch, the EFCC is reviewing the same total amount of 2.9 billion, broken down as follows: 1.5 billion for Port Harcourt, 740 million for Kaduna, and 656 for Warri. Among those under scrutiny are Ibrahim Onoja, former MD of the Port Harcourt Refinery Company, and Efi Fiachu, former MD of the Warri Refinery and Petrochemical Company. Oh, Lord have mercy. Oh, Nigeria. Osuan. Oh. You hear, Mrs. Omoye, welcome. Oh. They go soon release am. Na so na today. We know their way. What happened to the arrest and detention of Buhari's in-law, Gbam Kyari, who was in charge of Air Nigeria, being Air Nigeria, my sister? Hey, my brother, cheaper, you say chai. In fact, if you hear some kind of thing they happen for Nigeria, your ear go dey tingle. Eh? I'm telling you. How can one person have access to such a huge amount of public funds? Every top person at NNPC, including Buhari, should technically be jailed. You know what I've been asking, I've been pondering on my mind for a while now, guys, is they arrested the CBN governor. What's his name again? That guy that they arrested. He's been in jail. They've been tossing him around like a criminal. Meanwhile, it is Buhari that gave that man instructions. How come they are holding that man and Buhari is still walking like loose on the streets? That's what I don't understand. All those houses that they are claiming he built. They are not allowing him to speak. That man will spill and tell you who the people who gave him money, the people who own those properties. Nigeria. Emefiele, thank you very much, Chief Power. Emefiele, they hold Emefiele, but Buhari they waka free. How come? Can you explain that? Yaya Bello Bam, exactly. It doesn't make any sense to me. Efiemele or Emefiele. My God. Nigeria go make you wonder, say come. They say God there. Hey God. Nah. This is wild. I'm not going to lie to you guys. It is wild.
Hi, Mr. Wonderful here. When I choose to invest...
Okay, let's listen to this video. I know say na distraction, they won't use that one do, but they're not going to succeed. We go move forward. We are moving forward. Okay.
How can somebody be so good? Somebody is so good that when others accuse him of one thing, they are praising him for that same thing at the same time. How? That is Peter Obi for you. It's the Peter Obi effect. I'll give you two examples of two different occasions when somebody tried to accuse, not tried to, they actually accused him of something. And at the same time, they are praising him without knowing. Two videos will illustrate. Watch it. And then when we come back, you will tell me if what I've just said now is true or not. You see the first video, they tried to accuse him of a massacre of youths in Anambra. But you also see that while they were making that accusation, they were also praising him. Peter Obi was the governor of Anambra, not the commander-in-chief of the armed forces of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. When it is other governors, Plateau, Benue, it's okay. People make excuses for such governors and say they are not the chief security officers of their state. They don't have control of the military. They don't have control of the police. They make excuse for them. Case in point, the recent 2 other people that just lost their lives. In Benue, the same thing in Plateau, everywhere. How many times have people accused the governor of Benue, Governor Alia, has been the one who killed those people? The worst I have seen is we put it on the head of Tinubu. Why? Because Tinubu is the commander-in-chief of the armed forces of Nigeria. But when it gets to Peter Obi, they accuse him of committing a massacre for something that happened when he was not even in the country. And when he got back, when he heard, he came back. He called a press conference. He asked the police to investigate. Instead of people to go and hold the police and say, police, where is the report? They are blaming Peter Obi. When disgruntled politicians, people who have been used to corruption in Anambra, don't see what to hold on to, they begin to hold on to grass as the drowning men that they are, just to accuse Peter Obi. But when they accuse him, with one side of the mouth they are accusing him, with the other side they are actually praising him. You saw it, Abi? Am I not correct? The other example, and that is where all this accusation of, oh, Peter Obi did not leave money behind. Oh, Obiano said the money Peter Obi left behind is next to nothing. Even Soludo said the same thing, that what Peter Obi left behind is what next to nothing. But you will see them, the same people, when they accuse him with one side of the mouth, they praise him with another side of the mouth. Look at it. The second video is where all those allegations started from. But you will see that this SSG to Obiano that started all this false allegation, while he was making his accusation, he said, no.
Hey, did you know that SMUD is now paying Sacramento homeowners thousands of dollars upfront to put a backup battery?
Liquid cash. What Peter Obi left behind is now up to 75 billion. It's only 9 billion cash. But Peter Obi said it was 11 billion. And that 11 billion, we paid 2 billion out 2 days after he left office. So we cannot calculate that 2 billion that was paid out as statutory payment. We cannot, even though he left it, but 2 days later, after leaving office, we paid that 2 billion. So we cannot count it. What we have left is 9 billion in cash. And then bonds, $150 million. And that one is semi-cash, is near cash. And you heard the question that Mokbe asked him. Other governors take everything away. In fact, it's not even only Mokbe. You heard what Governor Ishaku said with his own mouth, that they don't leave money behind, though, that they spend everything. They even owe. And Mokbe put it that, okay, you are complaining that, oh, he did not leave as much as 75 billion. He left only 35 billion plus 9 billion. Other governors take everything away. Shouldn't you be praising Peter Obi for leaving something, even if you claim it's not as much? And then he said, yes, I know. When they accuse Peter Obi of one thing, they praise him for the same thing at the same time. How can somebody be so good? What manner of a politician, of a leader is that? A record that nobody holds. Compare that with Tinubu. Compare it. And then you give me the answer. And then you look through the whole political terrain in Nigeria and tell me anybody that comes close to Peter Obi. If there is no reason for Nigerians to vote Peter Obi, if there's no reason, this one only is enough. Because there's no other politician in the history of Nigeria that left money behind. And Peter Obi also puts it very, very succinctly. When others argue and say, oh, he did not do anything, and he left money behind. Why would you leave money behind when you did not do anything? And he answered, it's simple. I wish that other politicians will also do nothing and leave the money behind instead of looting it. Instead of coming up with white elephant projects, using PPP arrangements to siphon public funds into private pockets. If there's no reason to canvass and support Peter Obi, this one alone is enough. But what am I even saying? Nigerians know the truth. Nigerians know Peter Obi is in a class by himself. The only problem is free and fair election. That's the only problem. If an election were to hold today in Nigeria, Peter Obi will win. He will win even in the north. He will win, provided the election is free and fair. That's the only challenge. but will Tinubu give you free and fair elections? Our only shot at free and fair elections is the electoral reforms. I believe if we push hard enough, we can get it. But are we pushing hard enough? The only people pushing for electoral reforms are even the citizens, people like Randy Peters, people like Dele Farotimi and others. They are the only ones pushing for electoral reforms. Even the opposition politicians are not pushing for electoral reforms. They just talk about it, mouth. Nobody has taken the action that people like Randy Peters and Dele Farotimi have taken. Nobody. And then you take it to the larger society, the businessmen, the celebrities, the traditional rulers. How many of them are talking or pushing electoral reforms? Now, I believe that even with the people alone, forget all the leaders, if they push hard enough, we can get the electoral reforms. I believe so very, very strongly. But even after we get the electoral reforms, that's not the end of the road. INEC can still pull their glitch. So we must activate other measures. A parallel application for real-time election results transmission, collation, and display. Real-time by the people. We have the software, but we need the people, polling unit marshals. There's a link in the description for you to volunteer. We need 600,000 polling unit marshal. And if we get that 600,000 polling unit marshal, it's game over for election riggers in 2027. Game over. Link is in the description, please. Let's not allow people to give a dog a bad name just so they can hang it. Let's not allow people to continue to push false propaganda about Peter Obi. No, let's not allow it. Because when we do, you are frustrating others who should be good. They now see it that, oh, if you cannot beat them, you join them. If you cannot beat them, you pour sand in their eyes. If you cannot beat them, you throw sticks at them. Not join them. So if I cannot beat an armed robber, I should become an armed robber.
Two.
If I cannot beat a killer, I should become a killer. No. If you cannot beat them, you look for ways to beat them. And then in the end, you will beat them. Don't let them continue to give a dog a bad name just so they can hang it. Every propaganda against Peter Obi that is left unanswered is an attempt to make people bad.
That's true.
To paint evil as the only option. It is not. Light will always defeat darkness. And it starts with you. Polling unit marshal. Link is in the description. So
that's true. Well said. The man don't talk and finish. Well said. Let me catch up on the comments. Peter Obi gives them sleepless nights. Absolutely. Chill power. Absolutely. Peter Obi is the only path to a new and better Nigeria as it stands today. Yep. Absolutely. I don't see any other person, no. Even there's another person that maybe I don't know, you people should tell me. Me, I don't see another person, no. There's no other person. Also, people, they shout, when they say Peter Obi, some people go come here, they go say, he's not perfect. We are not telling you that he's perfect. We are saying he's the only one that is clean enough to run. All these other old gargoyles, we don't want them again. They have wrecked the society. Corruption is so bad in Nigeria. Everybody is looking for how they want to collect from the next person. Everybody. You see what this guy is doing, this Refresh Nigeria? I really like what he's doing. He's staying on course, very focused, consistently on the INEC reforms and, you know, his plans for marshals on the ground and all of that. This is what everybody should be trying to think about. You know, because okay, the country is so bad, everybody is so bad. Should we fold our hands and just watch it crumble? Is that the answer to it? You understand? So me, I like what the guy is doing, no, you know. Although I heard today that even the new INEC office that has been built, the likelihood of it being bugged is high. So that one, there is that one also to deal with. I'm glad that somebody is saying that they're going to take it up, they're going to sue, but who owns the courts? The same people. So we listen to
You see,
Mr. Darlington.
We have overhyped Tinubu and the so-called strategy. But since he came into office, I've not seen any strategy. Both in the politics, or both in economy, both in even governance, mention one strategic move Tinubu have made.
Zero.
The people that are joining
political strategy.
Oh, I didn't see any. Mr. Moses, I didn't see any. Rather, people are being coerced. People are being intimidated. People are being threatened because they have one infraction somewhere or the other. You either join us or we'll unleash EFCC on you. Is that strategy?
I think that's what's going
like
on.
what happened in Rivers State, that a local government, a sole administrator, was beaten with cutlass.
Okay.
I think you've seen that video.
Yes, I
have. This is part of the strategy. Look at beating him to resign. This is a strategy, Mr. Moses. Is that what you call strategy? This is a part of intimidation, violence. If that is the way you call, please count me out. That is not strategy.
Barrister, are you linking that to the? Are you linking that to are you linking that to the president now?
Please, who is behind that? Who is those talks? Are they PDP talks or Labour Party talks? Who are they coming? Where are they coming from?
Do you know what party they?
Wherever, it cannot be outside APC because that is their stock in trade. That is their. No other person could go and do that thing in Rivers State and get away. No other party can do that. No other party. Quote me. If you trace it down the line, it was the APC boys. That's what they do. And they were told by somebody to go and do that thing they were doing. That's why nobody arrested anybody. No other party could go and do that thing in Rivers. No other party.
Also, you just made mention of Kwankwaso now and Ganduje. What strength do you think Ganduje has against?
Barrister Darlington all day, every day. The Agbado Coven are very scared of what PO will do to the convicted criminal doggy. That's why they are attacking him from all fronts. Honestly, I'm just going to use this to wrap up and say we need to stay focused. That's what matters right now, because they're going to throw a lot of distractions. You see this whole thing that they are throwing out, oh, they've arrested the head of, and they are going to release him. The man stole how many billion? 7.2 billion. Guess what? They will tell him bring 1 point something billion. They will let him go. Yaya Bello did there. They're not going to take Yaya Bello do. Okay? They go look for a way to distract, to make you not look, pay attention to what they try to do. Do you understand? That's what they are doing. That's what they are gunning for. But if you know the beautiful thing, Nigerians know they fall for the trap anymore. Before, if this kind of thing happen, you'll see everybody all over it. That's what everybody will be talking about. Hey, we told you the government is working. Now, they move anybody. I went to check. No, reach how many people, like maybe not 2 people now comment, and it was posted maybe an hour ago. I'm telling you, people don't care anymore because people they are dealing with the realities of life on ground. I'm telling you, Chief Power, I love Barrister Darlington. Anywhere I dey hunt for Barrister Darlington. If I hear am anywhere, I don't brag. The only thing I disagree with Barrister Darlington with now, when they talk say no, make Peter Obi do vice president to Atiku. Now only that one that Barrister Darlington disagree on. I don't tire for all these old people. Now they carry us, they where we dey so. Atiku follow them. He na him bring wetin dem dey call am Buhari. He switch allegiance because of him brother. Abeg, I no want all of them. Make dem pack well. We are not interested. Peter Obi, new people now I want to see. I want to dey see new names, new people when I never hear of before. That's what I want to see. He said no. He said that his thought process is in line with what Kenneth Okonkwo said. That he too also believes that Atiku is the lifeline for Peter Obi to become. That statement, they annoy me. Peter Obi won the election in 2023. What do you mean he needs Atiku? I don't understand. They just want, it's almost like as a favor they want to get Atiku to be president. At whose favor? Who will do favor to make the person when he do good to make them go repay him? Not be at the detriment of the entire nation. We not send them. We need new people. We're tired of the same old gargoyles that's been revolved around us. We are tired. It's these old people who have perpetrated and taking funds outside of the country. They've taught their children and their grandchildren. You think that when their children have the opportunity, they're not going to repeat the same circles? They're going to be answerable to the same set of people and repeat the same circles. And then it will be a vision. It's tiring. I beg, they should go and sit. All of them should pack well. I have said it. I'm glad that Peter Obi came out in 2022-23 because as in a way, it was like to test popularity. The man exceeded their expectation. They not expect him. When he came out, they were saying, 4 people treating in a room. They even saw him as a distraction and we shouldn't pay any mind to him. The man whooped all their behinds. Now that same man, now I want to dey talk, let him, 4 years this, 4 years. Are you okay? Are you people all right? Is Nigeria for only 2 people? I don't understand. You have lives in front of that. That's the only thing I disagree with Balis and Darlington. When they talk that thing, they piss me off. I don't like to hear. That's the only part. Anyone still boasting about how many properties or accounts they have outside is the biggest fool ever. I'm telling you. You cannot work hard for your money and be doling it out. It does not happen like that. You cannot have worked so hard for your money and then you just be doling it out like that. It doesn't work, It does not work like that. I beg, my people, let's apply what? Pressure. Keep the focus. Don't fall for the distraction because that's what they are going to look for, stuff to throw at you now to make you feel like they are doing something. They ain't doing shit. Nothing is happening. Nothing is working. They are not doing anything. See the man now when he lied. He even lied about the man's name. The name when he when T-Pain provide, not be the man name. The entire Twitter is agog. They don't print out the man's CV. When he claim say na friend for Chicago. The man went to the University of Illinois in Chicago. That's not the same as Chicago State University now. Make I read out to now. See the guy, okay, I even bring her come here. See him now. See. Is there a way I can blow this up? No, there's no way I can blow it up. Okay. Alexander Zingman. Not be Lushenko, Alexander Zingman, born November 26 in Minsk. His father was a civil engineer. For 20 years, he has been working on the African continent. Education. He studied at Belarusian National Polytechnic University and received a specialty robotics engineer. Then studied business marketing at the University of Illinois, Chicago. People are all over that. This man is just looking for a way to distract people. I'm happy that most of the younger Nigerians have jackpot outside Nigeria because most people have now known that it's so easy to fix Nigeria and that nobody loves them as... Yeah, exactly. I'm very happy about that because a lot is being exposed. Now people can see. People can see. A lot of young people going to school in Nigeria, you need to see their TikTok accounts. They are pissed at the way the country is. They keep talking. They abuse their parents join. Say because some of the things what they experience growing up, the way their parents say treat house helps and all. I'm happy that the expose is there and I'm happy the young ones are picking up on it. This is why Peter Obi said he's not against people jackpotting. I remember Peter Obi saying that. He knows why he's saying it, because Nigerians need to learn. Nigerians need to learn and understand that everything is not more rush. I want to rush, make money. Just they dole out. I saw a video of some lady, hairdresser, that was caught drug trafficking. Hairdresser, please tell me, you get hard work, even if na 30,000 you dey make, is it not okay for you? Lack of contentment, zero. Everybody just want to make am. They want to dey do water. Money is water. Now make you dey see all of a sudden billionaires for Nigeria. You wake up today, the person will sleep poor, tomorrow wake up rich. You dey wonder how they make the money. People wey no work hard for their money, now make they dole am out. If you see anybody doling out money like that, they did not work for it. I don't care who they are. They did not. Anybody that works hard for their money does not dole out money like that. Never. They would never do that. Eh? I beg you. I'm telling you, life with Natu, the guy just put himself out for exposure. Honestly, Tinubu just put himself out to be dragged. People don't already, we don't prepare our campaign material. It can't come. You want to show, say, all the laugh one and they laugh me. See am now. How can you, 40-year-old boy, what do you and 40-year-old boy get in common? Eh? Doesn't make sense. Look at it now, it's been exposed. They are dragging him all over like I better pass my neighbor generator for social media. Dragging him. They don't go print out the guy resume. They don't go find the man get how many. Make I even read that. The man has a wife, Elizaveta Denishevich, marketing director of Minsk restaurant, Falcon. This is how much they went to dig out from this man. He has 4 children, Maxim, Dennis, David, and Margarita. You see him? He put him out for problem. Eh? It's crazy. So they look for waiting go take distract himself. Now I make all this is why they throw around. He's looking for a way to distract himself. That's why he's pushing, he's telling EFCC, oh yeah, arrest the whatever, let them do it, just make the numbers, inflate it, so that they'll be talking and I lie. Nigeria, only 2 people now don't comment 1 hour ago. Only 2 people. Nobody they talk before. Everybody just they waka past, just they focus on this election, focus on INEC reforms, focus on this particular information now about the person when you say go school with. Eh? I'm telling you, it's crazy. Easy come, easy go. Who says that? Eh? That's why we are in the problem we are in. Greed. It's shocking, no? Chill power. It is shocking. Eh? Everybody is waiting. You hear people say, we are waiting to go and chop our own, our own, we go chop government money, piece of the cake. What is piece of the cake? The selfishness, that I hear from Nigerians, some Nigerians, it's alarming. It's alarming. Eh? Ha! Let's continue to march forward though, and keep our eye on the ball. Omo, no shaking for this one though. We move. Don't let anybody deceive you. Don't let anybody come and distract you with unnecessary rubbish. We don't need it. We have big fish to fry. Eh? Welcome Natu, how you dey?
My sister, I've been busy.
I know, busy.
I get trade fair for Houston on Friday.
Oh, really?
And I have work. Yeah, so I'm prepping for work and trying to prep for the trade fair at the same time.
Oh, well done, no. Congratulations.
I'm still working like this, self. Thank you, Jerry, my sister. I say I'm still working like this, self.
Oh, wow. Okay. That's nice. I'm happy to hear that.
Thank you.
Share information.
I used to make one joke. And I used to say that Nigerians own the internet.
I'm telling you.
I don't know what people are thinking about.
Hey.
Because Nigerians, they are the admins of the WhatsApp group of the National Diggers Association. They can dig anything the hour. Now, the way they dig out stuff, they can dig out a dead body 20 years ago and do autopsy. Nigerians. Oh my God. You know, so what they do this woman?
Who?
This link, Edoche, new wife, we go they attack me.
Who be
Did
that?
you see when
I don't know. I'm waiting be that. Who be that?
So you're Edoche's brother got married to one girl that is American.
Oh,
So I don't
really?
know which Juju went to touch the girl in her head. She went and posted May's number online.
What?
That May was the one that posted her number. I don't know the fight that joined her with May Nation, Sha.
Yeah?
You know that this May Nation, they craze past Beehive.
Wow.
Me know the talk, but then they fight for her.
Uh-huh.
My sister, that's how these people started trolling that woman. She ended up at the emergency. They trolled this woman until Link Edochie canceled the engagement, saying no to again. Because he know like problem. Nigerians, especially when they mess with Nigerians, they mess with himself.
I'm telling you, are you serious? They can't they drag the woman end up for.
They drag her, she end up for emergency.
What?
She's in her May fans, they torture her spiritually.
When you carry her go post May number, what kind of evil is that? Carry that quiet woman.
She wants support watermelon, Prophet you.
Hey, God, I beg you.
And another thing why they talk again. Omoye, I know the people who could make heaven. You know, we all might tell you.
Who? Tell me.
All the people where they work with politicians, where they're very lazy. When they do their due diligence,
yes.
They copy paste something and give their principal.
Yes.
And their principal will go and be embarrassing themselves online. They can't make heaven.
I'm telling you. Bam.
Because now one of them give Tipe this advice. Say,
yes.
You can use this person as your classmate. Your stress never reach your head. Now Tipe go to say this is one of my boys. He's always watching out for my bag. You don't know anything.
You're absolutely.
You won't know as Nigerians they craze.
Hey.
Nigerians they go use chicken. Do sacrifice, tie them for road. Person go and tie chicken, go cook and chop. Now then you want mess with.
Especially now where food not come day. Eh? Everybody hide the red.
Eh? And the people you want mess with be that. Are you okay?
Hey, God, I beg.
They vex like this.
Eh?
I know this set of people they can never make heaven. Every time I talk to people go laugh. I say no, they can't make heaven. Because the way they operate is so dumb, eh? I'm like, how can you do this to your principal?
I'm telling you, nobody could even advise him and say no.
Go and copy somebody's speech from some years back and come and give it to come and say it in public, and then National Diggers Association will just go and find the original speech and come and tell you that this speech is copy and paste.
I'm telling you.
If you go to Abuja, all these things that they are pasting, all this campaign thing, they are picking all this campaign slogan from America, all this they are putting. They say BAT 2027 door-to-door campaign. I said, do you guys know what is door-to-door campaign? Do you know what is door-to-door campaign?
Exactly. Do you people understand it?
You know, I did political science. I said, you guys don't know what is door-to-door campaign. People will need to chill. But because somebody wants to feel like he's a gas bad boy, that's always bringing suggestions.
Hi.
People believe. That's why you can't. Angel will fling all of you. You go and pass hellfire and go and fall at the back. That place where they are gathering firewood. So that you suffer there with the heat before you come and burn you. Less people.
It's true. There's person advise him to use that man. Maybe now contractor. Now one of the contractors.
That's what they're doing now. They don't. Yeah. That's what they are doing. Because they contract you to do something now. How can we redeem this image? You say, somebody go and lie.
Yeah, because they're going to bring it again. You know, say they don't they campaign for election now. Eh?
So, I'm a consultant. I will redeem your image. All these people are saying about you not going to school. We can create classmates for you. Don't create anything. This Gen Z and not get shit. People when they born them with their eye open. Omoye, the time when they born us, you know, they born people go do 1 week, your eye never open.
Now.
This one they come out with their eye open. They go see who they there when they born them.
I'm telling
then
you.
When the tell people say, are they when they born? You go say no, they there. When I come out, I no see.
He say, yeah, not to. Michael said, well, may they continue with their laziness because that's true. They're exposing themselves. Now we know they're exposing.
Yes.
Look at it all over social media. Don't they look for EFCC post this? You know, even 2 people now already comment. 2 people. The thing never move.
EFCC, when they get work, Yaya Bello they supposed catch. They need Yaya Bello to do witness. EFCC, you know what is your work is? Let me tell you, Omoye, half of Nigeria's problem will have been solved with EFCC.
Oh yeah.
I work in a bank. Half of our problem will have been solved with EFCC. You see this nonsense that people they do for bank? Yes, you say you're trying to do a cashless policy.
Yeah.
No problem. People with card, they will explain to you where they get the card. The work that I'm doing now, I'm doing because if your pay stop is $1,000, the day that 5,000 enter your account, they'll flag your account.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Nigeria don't have that. Tell me why somebody will say this account is receiving 20 million and the account is not flagged. What kind of stupid system do people have? You are there busy catching somebody that says something on the internet. You are doing what you're supposed to do. What's the name of your list again? Economic and Financial Crime Commission. What is the goal that you guys have for this year? What have you achieved so far? Just arresting VDM up and down, putting his picture and saying VDM this, VDM that. Leave VDM first. Go and look for people that you need to be arresting. Go and look for people that you need to be arrested. Around Moses. Very lazy set of people, I'm telling you.
Hey! Nobody could do research and say, okay, let's... God, I beg.
No?
Very, very lazy indeed. You just pointed something out I didn't even consider.
I see door-to-door campaign. I see door-to-door campaign where in Nigeria, I see on the wine. I think people are very lazy people. Somebody met my friend. She's a politician. They tried to sell information. My friend just told me that I want to ask meeting with somebody. This, that, that. I said I want to be in that meeting. Omoye, I chopped that guy for that meeting there. The guy just come up with idea. I was just attacking up and down. Then my friend was not telling the guy, oh, my friend's school in the year, she studied political science. The guy no fit up for the meeting. He called it like say they sleep for the meeting. I said, you won't cause it down here, chop my friend. No. That's the way call me your friend. I don't go let another person rubbish you for
exactly.
Because they want to. No. I said, no, sir. Just to come up with stuff. I give the guy work, make you go to teach. They never return now. Since April. What are we now? June.
Those who enter July, safe.
Yes. Yes, I told my friend I have to be in the picture of everything because don't let these people rubbish you and be picking stuff online, they're giving you nonsense.
Exactly.
Where is the stuff? Nothing. Just because you want to chop our money. And I asked the guy, okay, can you do PR work for me? Because I have foundation. That guy didn't want to work for me because me, I'm not a politician. I don't have money to give you. I say, you see where your life is.
Greed.
He was giving me look at that woman. Hairdresser.
Oh, you said you saw it. Ha.
I saw it.
Oh my God.
Nobody should come with me with the nonsense of everywhere is hard. She's trying to survive. She even have handwork.
Hey, that they talk. You even get handwork.
Oh my, let me tell you, my cousin Abuja used to do makeup for one person, 50K. Makeup. 50K. Let's assume she gets 10 people do makeup in a month, and she gets more than that. That's 500K.
Easy.
You be carrying phone up and down, up and down. Do you know what people use social media to do? They use social media to make money.
I'm telling you.
You think in the head of that office? Do you know how much you make from the social media in week?
You know,
even a day?
No office. Online. Making bank online. I see
this trade fair that we are doing. I know how much the lady that organized the trade fair is paying him to post her the thing for the trade fair. You go are there, want to carry drugs, easy money now water.
Money now water. I say anybody when they spray money easy, just they did not lie. That money they not work hard. If you work hard for nobody will work hard for the money when
that's
they spray.
That's why if we go home, they will tell us say we dey stingy.
Yes, now. They'll tell you, say, why you not bring you? Say, no, make I carry all my money, give you now. Make you the kukuma take and chop. Because now because of you, now they bomb me.
Yeah, one day while they come out, I won't go make my hair when I go Nigeria. This my son wake pie. He's supposed to go town, go do something for me.
Yeah.
And now 2 different roads. Because they made my son first carry me, go salon. And then he go come back, go town. I say, no. I say, escort me, go road. I enter keke 2K. 2,000 naira, that's $12. I tell the keke, drop. He carry me go the salon. He life hard like that. You know how much fuel you go burn take me go this salon.
Exactly.
And they call say, auntie, you know, say that big girl. I say, they know they pay me for no work. Stop this big girl rubbish. They know they pay me for no work. You know how much did they come up with my paycheck for tax? I beg, stop nonsense.
I'm telling you. You feel they make all the money you say they make. By the time they hit you with tax, you go know how far. People.
I see one time they come up for me the other day. I won't cry.
Oh. Let me you see it go hard me you see person for America when you not get multiple skills.
Of course.
You have to have multiple skills to survive. If one not work for you, another one go work for you.
Yeah. Somebody say, if they say this oil, you too like money. I say, you think say now only with only one job you want to work for this country. It go be for you.
It go be
for you. Then when I won't come person inbox every day, they bill.
Exactly.
Like that. Nah. And then I'm going to send one this to you that somebody sent to somebody. This lady was not even working. She was not looking for money. So somebody was now complaining. I think she felt bad for the person. And she gave the person, I think, 50K or something. The person now said that she should send her account number so that they will send back her $34.50.
Okay.
The person converted it to naira about $35.50. How can they actually send them this kind of money?
Wow.
Paying her. I say he paying you, not to block person. One of my sisters here sent some money to somebody. The person said that she should have completed it to be $100. She now say, okay, what they are going to do that the person should send the money back. That she should complete it and send the person $100. The person now send the money back. She won't block the person. You go know how some people don't reach. People are just lazy.
I'm telling you. No, they just want to feed off of somebody. Exactly.
Come on.
You see, person.
Even all these content creators when they do online, they do give away money for. Yes, suppose they catch them.
I'm telling you.
Because where you get the money from? Where you get the money from?
Exactly.
Yes.
Just like civil servants when they want to put their children for school when they pay 7.5 million. Where you want to see the money to pay your children's school fees? How much do they pay you? How much government they pay you?
One of my friends say in the south to one girl. Now my friend's salary will be like almost 400,000. Say they talk to one girl, and wife don't leave her. So they are divorced, they have 2 kids. So it's almost 10 years. So I can encourage her, like marry now, guy, get person. Say get one girl where they like, say that teacher. Her salary na 50K, but she want to buy a week of 200K. I say if I hear with that girl again, I go block you, not with my friend again. Anyone who wear 200K a week and not fit buy. What did they do with her?
Exactly. They even get you get one woman where they make wigs now with banana stem. The woman they use banana stem, they make wigs and
Omoye, as hard as Nigeria is,
people they make money.
Money's peanut. As hard as Nigeria is the money's peanut.
I'm telling you.
There's this girl that used to do content for my foundation. She married one of her family friends. And I just realized she's good with camera.
Yeah.
So she didn't have a lot of gadgets. So when I was going one time, she needed some stuff. But because she has been helping us, I got the stuff. It was not too expensive. Do you know this girl, when we went to Kano, the people from the government house of Kano were begging for our content because of how the girl was covering. Now she's telling me that people are calling her for wedding to do content for them.
You see, there you go. That's money right there.
Camera and gimbal.
Bam.
Camera, gimbal, and mic.
Bam.
No be camera, sorry, phone. Now iPhone she gets. Yes, it's her phone, her gimbal, and her microphone. Now the thing what she did that. And she started only her camera, her phone. No mic set. Now we don't think she started with that. That was where I picked her from. But no, they want the swipe phone, look for man where you give them money, carry them out, go chop. They will go chop, they don't get money. If man leave for there, go, they ask confused, don't know what to do with yourself.
Did you see that video? You saw the video of the girl that the guy took out and she ordered whether na wetin she never chop for her life before, I no understand. How you go dey? How can you be that greedy? I no understand. You know you don't have, you can't even afford that for yourself. Somebody takes you out, you are not going to order more than what is in your power. Hey, I never see this. If you take somebody out, you're supposed to be afraid to even order so much, because you're like, in case the person bails on you, you can afford it, you have change in your pocket. You order what you know you can pay for, not what you think the guy can pay for. Now, wow, it was so embarrassing. I said, what kind of nonsense is this? Who trained these children? You're going out with somebody, you have emergency funds, you hold your own money, anything can happen. If the guy now say, okay, when he reach there, come to say, oh, he forgets his wallet or something, you now come, you can't order food when you never chop for your life before. No. No. That's just wicked. Eh?
No, Nigeria is just a sorry. Every time I come out there, they talk in own English. I say, see this one. The thing about the guys have been talk. That guy can talk na marketer.
Yeah.
That's why I said today on our last show.
Yes.
I said this one we can't shove Tinubu for our throat that time. Muslim ticket. Tinubu is the only capable person who die, who wake up.
Exactly.
Now that beat Tinubu. So how are we sure the next person is bringing for us is not another Tinubu?
We are not interested in whoever is bringing. We don't talk our own. If not be if not be Obi and Ahmed, may they forget them. Everybody enter house, make everybody they suffer on that Tinubu they go. I'm telling you, those people were tired of the same old gargoyles. We are tired. The same people that have brought us to, and is it not the same Refinery that was talking that time? We made Muslim ticket happen here, nothing happen. We take it to the federal level. I mean, we don't forget. We never forget now. With all the massacre when it happened for Kaduna. No. No.
Everybody is one of the problems why we're going through this mess.
No.
He's one of the major problems. He said it today now. He said he's a Buhari's no apologies.
Yeah, I heard it now.
Yeah, he's a Buhari's.
You are still saying no apologies. A man that has brought of course, that tells you all you need to know. You're a Buhari's no apology. That means you sign off on the killings that have been happening in Nigeria. You sign off on it. In the middle belt especially, because it is Buhari that brought these people in.
Rufai is the one in charge of doing that dirty work set, if you don't know. That's why when they were doing those pioneering in Kaduna, they used to say it now. They said the governor knows who we are, he knows where to find us. They used to say that.
Shebi they say he went to go and pay them. He said he took money to them.
Yes.
So that they can stop buying Nigerians. I'm like, what kind of lame talk is that?
They say they know who we are. They know where to find us.
Kai! No. It's ridiculous. No, we don't learn now. You know what I'm very happy about? Nigerians have a lot of Nigerians have woken up. Hey!
I said Nigerians, person if you know trouble, you go get money to buy data.
I'm telling you, Nigerians have woken up. You need to see what Nigerians. Before you see a lot of Nigerians, they see their content very casual, very sometimes not so casual. Those types of content. Now you go to TikTok, you see Nigerians discussing politics, the way forward. The one when they drag pastor, when they do, when they package sand, they sell for people, they drag. The one when they don't, it's almost like they just divide division of labor. I say, wow, this internet, now Nigerians they make am for.
Leave up. One boy that used to work for. His mom used to work for my mother. Sometimes he'll message you think that he'll beg you for food meal, but he'll message you to ask you. He message to ask you to give him data. I'm telling you.
For now, because they know wetin they can do. They use them for TikTok content, for politics, for it's amazing. Before, the type of content I used to see from Nigerians, I used to be irritated. I could see who born these children, who they supervise these children. Now, it's refreshing. Even TikTok before, Twitter, when they go talk one man, you see everybody will just spark. As this one happen now, when they say they don't arrest one NNPC, you go see all of them go your flood. They'll just say, hey, very easily distracted. Now, people don't they focus, so they don't they see say, we need to pursue one at a time. These people want to scatter our head. We will not allow them scatter it. I'm telling you. My people, make I come dey wrap am up. Natu, thank you very much for joining me. I really appreciate. Congratulations. So I wish you success in your what did you say it was again?
Say the trade fair.
Trade fair, okay. Enjoy the trade fair. I wish you success. I know you're going to do well. What do you want to go sell for the trade fair?
Now, na oil now.
Okay, that your oil. Oh my God, you go sell. You go sell, people go buy. Yeah, you go sell. No, that one you no go get problem. You go sell. Well done. You dey try. Yeah, you dey try. You multitasker.
How we want do, my sister?
Abi, na so everybody you gotta hustle.
No, we have to. We don't have a choice.
Yeah. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful night and enjoy. All the best. Later.
Thank you.
Bye. So guys, now here I go draw the curtain. We go dey talk the rest now. Maybe tomorrow, perhaps. I don't know. It depends on how my day goes. No promises, but we'll dey talk the rest. Chill Power, thank you very much for being here throughout. I appreciate. Obaro, Emeka, everybody that was able to join. Thank you so much. I'll see you guys on my next one. Michael, bye.